Hsinchuen Pottery. So this video is the start of our Sink Mark II after we had a unsuccessful outcome on Sink Mark I. So we're starting again. It's a different design this time, it's more of like a half barrel shape. So to update on what we've done so far, so I've rolled out a slab of clay, which is probably the biggest slab of clay I've rolled out. I'll just get this out of here. I'll just point the camera down so we can see what we have done there. So as you can see, this big slab of clay, about 1 centimetre thick, which I think should be enough to give us a bit of body. It's been smoothed on this side, and what we've done is we've made like a template. So that's our dimensions. It was mainly so I could get, so it's going to be sort of like that shape. So that was mainly so I can get our dimensions. Next thing I've got to do is we're going to put it on here. We're going to cut. We're going to cut this square to size, and then hopefully flip it over, and then smooth the other side out. And the other tasks which we will video, get the camera up, we need the sides doing, and my thinking is we're going to throw some discs roughly that size, so they're going to be thrown on the bigger bat to that size, and then that should give us enough scope to cut out the side, excuse me, but the side pieces, and it's going to be flat at the bottom this time. So it's going to have a 10 centimetre flat channel in the base, and that's our plans. So we'll put the camera down, we'll trim this, and then we'll come back when we've thrown a few discs for an update. Nothing too fancy. So we've got our dimensions stuck on there, and now we're going to trim it to our piece of paper. Dead easy, he says. I've said that before as well, and it's not that easy. So it's the clay's starting to stiffen up a bit already, which is good, so it makes it easier to handle. The clay we're using, so this is all my recycled clay. I'm not taught one to cut a straight line. So it's all, I mean, it's basically all stoneware. Oh, I lost that bit. Oh, it's alright. Dropped on a clean bit, there you go. So there we are. So that's stage 1 done. Take our paper template out of the way. Right, I'm going to have to get the camera out of the way to try and flip this over because I don't want to knock the camera over. Other things that you may need to know. So that's the edge. Just used a nice smooth bit of wood. And that's, I've been running that, spraying it and running it across just to flatten the surface out, which seems to have worked quite well. We now have our new super-sized rolling pin, which came in quite handy as well. That did the job. So that's it. I'm going to flip this over and throw some discs, and fingers crossed, so I'll see you in a few when this is on the other side. And as if by magic, it is now turned over. So it wasn't too bad. Problem is, will this board come off easily? So what we've done, just so I didn't squash it too much, yeah, these bits of wood, they're roughly the thickness of our slab of clear, so I put them under just to give it a bit of support, which worked well. So we can get them out of the way now. Now I've got to see if this is going to come off, which it probably won't. May need a bit of coaxing, so I'm trying not to stretch it. There we go, it's off. There you go. Well, that was painless. And that is a pretty good surface as well, because it's on, this is hardboard, it's got no texture, as well, really it's got no texture, so that has come out pretty good. So we've got to let that dry up a wee bit now, and we'll throw some discs. So far so good. So we'll go to the wheel now. See you in a minute. Right. We're back on the wheel. I need my apron on, don't I? Gotta put my apron on. And this is one of the drawbacks of being in a little home studio, especially when you're making a big piece like a sink. Space is at a premium. It runs out pretty quick, so we'll get some nice warm water in there. Should probably be cold now. Mix half warm, it's lukewarm, that'll do us. So we got our another ball of recycled clear. It's pretty good consistency. So nothing too fancy here. Where's our guide? What we're aiming for? Let's say we're aiming for a disc about that big. So that's our guide. Where's our tape measure? Tape. So our dimensions. Going to be 200 across, which is not a lot really, so an 1800 deep, so yeah, that'll give us enough. Sounds like it's raining. Right, we'll have a bit to throw. Never done a plate for a while, so this should be interesting. Clear's a bit cold, but the water's lukewarm, so we should be okay. So because we're doing a disc, we're going to squash it down. Try not to get any mushroom type shape going on here. So we'll use the palm of the edge of our hand, like a karate chop. So we've got our hands attached, so this is our guide. And that's where we're forcing it down on that. And we'll slow the wheel a bit more. Faster than that, I think. We'll go again. So squashing it down from the middle. Right, now we're out. Plenty of water on so it doesn't stick. How far off our inch or so. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to dig in. Start doing this as if it was like a ball, or stretch it out this way. Thickness check. So it looks quite thick in the middle still. So we're looking 7.5 meters. We'll go there, which is about the same. So we've got to get some clear from the middle out. Another centimetre to go yet. Just about at our thickness, so now we need to get it smooth. Check. Yeah, so we're at our distance now. It's all about getting it smooth. Flat. Now we're just going to take our time. A little bit of pressure. Now there's one technique I did see on YouTube which we'll try. We'll give it a go. See if I've got it handy. Too big or not, might have to cut it So basically it's a drain pipe, you use that as your straight edge. So if you bear with us, I'm just going to prepare this. Alright, we're back. We've had a quick prep. So we've got our straight edge now. So apparently you can press that on there. Let's give it a go. Let us give it a go. Give it this clean. So I've got my mirror there so I can see in my mirror. Works quite well actually, that. Working quite well. Got to get in the middle so I don't get that dimple. Well, there you go. That works. It works. I'm astounded. That works quite well, that actually. Right. Next, we gotta clean it up. So we got our. So we'll leave it a bit extra. So we're going to clean this edge up and then we've got to wire it off. There we are, get all that out of the way, lovely. Now we've got to wire it off and then let it dry. So what I think I'll do, I'm just going to run like that. Drop a stick. We use a thicker thrown stick and we'll just lift that edge up just so the wire can get under it. And what we'll do, we'll just use our ordinary wire. So we'll clean it off. So we're going to make sure we've got enough space there. Keep the wire taut. Woo. One done. One done. One done. Right. Wow, that's tough on the hands, that is. Ow, ow, ow. Right. So, we got our base done. One end of the sink done. So, join me in an update in a few seconds actually. So, we'll see you once we've reset, thrown some more bits, let them dry. Back for another update. So, see you in a minute or a second. Okay, so that's the second disc thrown. Just pointed at that. So thrown exactly the same way, same amount of clay, gone out to our template, which is just beyond our template, which is good, gives us a bit of room to play with when we're cutting it. It's been wired off. We used the old drain pipe method again to get it nice and flat. And that's it for now. So next update will be a bit of assembly, hopefully. So we'll see you in a few when we assemble some stuff. Back in a bit. Welcome back to the sink update. We've done a little bit of work since our last trip. We'll get the camera in position. So we have this weird looking contraption over here. So we've got our paper template and hopefully under here we should have some reasonably leather hard clear. It feels okay. So to get the flat bottom of the sink, we've got a board on it, we've got a bag of clear just for the weight. So I'm going to take the clear off first, get that out of the way. Got the board just to give it a flat base. This is a foam block we've got just to support it. Other bits hiding over here, we have our end pieces, which are our thrown slabs, and they feel just about right actually. So they're going to be our, get them in the camera, going to be our end pieces. So we got one there, one there, and one here as well. And a one there. So we got our two end pieces. So what we got to do now is make sure these come off the plastic bats okay, because the plastic tends to be a bit sticky. So there's the other side of our disc, and about the same thickness as the actual body of the sink. So we got that one, and we got that one, which we'll put on there like that. So I think if I'd left them on wood, the wooden bats would have dried up too quick, and they would have gotten a bit out of sync with the body itself. So it's got a few smoothings out to do off where we cut them off. So I'm going to smooth these off and we'll get back to you for another update in a little while. See you in a minute. Okay, that's our curved piece freed from its mould, and what we've done, we've measured, and we've got our two discs together, and they're both being cut. So the ends are the same. I've just got to trim this side off. So that's going to be the shape of the sink there. So I've just got to carefully trim this bottom one to the shape of the top one, which is just taking that slither off there. So the side's okay. So that gives us something to aim at when we're forming this shape, so it's symmetrical. That's the idea anyway. So now, take that one out of the way. So now I'm going to score and slip this edge, and do a bit of assembly. So join us in a few seconds. Right, progress has been made. We now have two ends to our sink. So we've blended in the edges. Now because it's got a bit of weight on it, it's now just judging when's a good time to turn it over. Come back when I've had a think. See you in a minute. And this is our progress so far. We'll have a zoom in so you can see the ins and outs of it. Get the camera off here. There you go. Zoom out. So we have now a plug hole, got our ends on. We've put a bead of clear, put loads of slip on, ran a bead of clear round the joints. It's still a little fragile. We're going to prop the sides up so they don't sort of bow out. That's it so far. I think we made pretty good progress. Pretty good progress. Where's it? There, it's there. Okay, catch you in a little while when we do another update. So, see you in a few. Right, update on our sink. It's been a while, many weeks. We've eventually progressed, so it's been bisqued. It's here. We have masked the outside in plastic. Of course, we're going to spray the inside first, and we are going to attempt spray glazing. So we're going to reset outside in the spray booth, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're now primed. We have copper ore in our spray gun. Get the camera pointed at our booth, if you can see it. Try not to get in the way. So we've got a big cardboard box, and I'm going to attempt to not ruin it. So here we go. Give it a swish round. Right, here we go. That's it. So we'll let that dry. Right, I'll give you a quick zoom in. So we've done the inside. We had to flip it round and do it again because there was a bit of mist. Looking pretty good. So we're going to turn that round and we're going to do the outside. So back in a minute when we've reset. Right, we've reset. We're ready to try the black. So here we go. Need to change that. To that. Right, here we go. Now we'll check, make sure we haven't missed anything this time. think we've got everything. Right, that's it. We'll catch up in a little while when we put this in the kiln. Hello, it's kiln opening time, and for this short bit it is the sink, and we'll see if it survived. So let's have a look in here. Well, it's in one piece. There, it's there. Now, we'll balance the camera. There. We'll get this bit out of the way first, in case it is stuck to the shelf, which is what we don't want it to be. So we'll give it a move first. Well, it's not stuck. It's there. So that's it. What's our finish like? A bit light on that end, but it is covered. That's not a bad finish actually, that. Copper's nice inside. No drips, no gaps. So I'll just rest it back in there for a second. So that's it. Sink Mark II completed. Remember, clears the way, and we'll see you in another video very soon, because I'm going to unpack the rest of this kiln. So thanks for watching. Have a great time. Bye for now.